to be against them rather than to protect them, and these thoughts, these frustrations, these apprehensions automatically are sufficient to make these Negroes begin to form means and ways to protect themselves in case the police themselves get too far out there.
Killing us out here, family. Strange fruit. Yeah. Peace. Real Judah. Me and Billy Holiday, we talking strange fruits. Old trees, same story. But new news, bloodshed cause of blood ties. Blood roots, vamp killer for true blood cause my blood true. Strange fruit, swinging food for the fowls of the earth. Yeah, the crow eating us with the worms in the dirt. Some burn, still burn cause they ain't turned from the curse. I'm in the need for Bay House and they burn with the church. Dead on the vine, return the race. And I stay there united, but I race amazing. Redemption for them, with that in the sky. No bird, no plane, it's I should have saved them. Let me take you to D&T, yeah. Just now for the triple D, yeah. When they say things have changed, but things are the same. They memorialize in a hanging tree. They still rally in the city cause triple K in your city blood. The judges and police, the politician, government branches be hanging us.
Kimbo natatanzambi Amazulu.
How did we get here again in this predicament? From kings and queens of soul shit treated so insolent, forsaking our first love and even our innocence. And how did we get to this place being branches in the same vine if we all share the same roof? These are questions I ask and the scriptures answer. We integral together while tells are bearing all the strange fruit. Glory to the Father. And when they come and truth, present them with truth, every opportunity you gotta give it. Now that you're not like the rest of the crowd of old partners living in sin, go examine how your niggas living. With the sole purpose to witness, chest might not come back again. Teach them to repent, cause the kingdom is near. And I'm just saying, no way, no way, no way. And I gotta remember that all rainy days, they fade away. Doesn't mean we continue with sin again. No way, no way, no way, no way.
I love that song. It's amazing, that song. It's from Strange Fruit, Real Judah. You must listen to that song. It's a very, very powerful song. Strange fruit. We are the strange fruit. That's why they used to hang us on trees. Like they hung the Messiah on the tree.
We have to wake the nation up, you understand?
Hallelujah. Benabito. This will be amazing tonight. Salama, children of Israel. We're gonna talk about the rising of the Benabito in the land of captive. So let me check. Some people are already inside. Nice. Okay, nice. Good. Yes, brothers and sisters, you have to know that we are in the last days, and we have now understood that the man of sin, our brother Esau, Ndundu, the red man, the dragon, the snake, the oppressor, Isaiah used to say, you are from the son of the devil, the father of you is the devil, in him is no truth. As you can see here, the truth and people that used to love the lies that comes from Western education, you see, and yes, like Matthew 13:44 say, the parables of the hidden treasure. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness. Tatanzambi. For it is written, he takes the wise in their own craftiness. You can never face reality of the world around us as an Bantu through European lenses. The Most I say clear that in these last days we will see a lot of trouble because we are in the house of captive like it was in Egypt. You have to understand, what did the Pharaoh do? He saw the children of Israel are multiplying themselves. They're becoming bigger and bigger. They're becoming stronger and stronger, wiser and wiser. And he used to kill them. He used to enslave them. And then he saw another thing. He understood that someone could rise up and put his throne down. The same thing is happening now. They are very, very scared because they know the Messiah is about to come. The spirit of him is about to come. It's the spirit of Elijah must come. The spirit of Massa must come. So, Europeans are scared. The whole world is scared because they know all the things that happen will happen again. And I will make a special movie to show everyone outside there what means reincarnation, because the death is the start of living. And this is what the most people does not even know. And we are going to talk today about how the Most High will bring us into war against them. These wicked people used to show us pictures like this, showing us like apes, saying, oh, these people, they look like apes and they are trying to, to coming out of Babylon. They are trying to plan a revolution. This is what they are This is how they blame us. And they say there used to come someone, a leader, and this is who they call King Kong. King Kong. Now, it is very, very simple to understand their movies. And also you can see here a white girl is saved. I will come soon to all that. The real fight has not begun yet. Because the real fight will be fighted by angels. And then people will understand why I used to say that the humans are representing the angels. Now, that's why the Most High say, do you not know that you will judge angels? So the real fight, before we come to all the revelations, we're going to see who the real ape is. If I go here and translate this, let us see. Are whites more like apes than blacks? We want to examine some key features that differentiate human from monkeys. Size of the brain. Why the human brain is impressively larger than the brain of monkeys. There is practically no differences in brain size between different human races. In addition, any attempt to examine the extremely minor variation is confusingly complex. For example, I was taught at university years ago that Neanderthals have a slightly larger skull than modern humans. This is now generally considered possible, but is represented with less certainty. The challenge seems to be find enough fossils from which a statistically viable average can be determined. On average, modern men have a bigger brain than women, but mine is big enough not to try to draw any conclusion from it. Now, without exception, every human race is equal or superior to monkeys in terms of complicated hands movements. Everyone is physically equal in their ability to treat into the eyes of a needle, write by hand, etc. So, the island, unlike any monkey, all breeds are completely upright with the arms usually not playing a role in locomotion. All the races are identical, all thought if you are very picky, you should argue that the average representatives of some races go with more grace than the ordinary Anglo-Saxon. Lack of body hair. As this is a fundamental difference, it is worth noting that some ethnic groups such as those from the Mediterranean and Middle East have more body hair than the black people. Chinese people have the least body hair of all. Blacks also have woolly hair. Actually, it is more ape-like straight hair. Okay. Now here, human women have proportion larger breasts than monkeys. I'm not too confident that my wife would let me do a study on the subject, but let's just assume the blacks don't lack this distinctive feature even without a detailed analysis. It can certainly be said that there are groups of people in which the average female breast is less pronounced than that of blacks. Now, more ape-like. Anyone who has ever seen a plucked chicken knows that it has white skin. Does white make chickens more than black ones? It has been claimed that all chimpanzees have white skin, thin lips, and a flat butt. However, it seems that chimpanzees differ just as much under their hairs as human races in their skin color. Strictly speaking, by some standards, whites are slightly more ape-like than blacks. But the differences between all humans and monkeys is so huge that it makes the whole questions of which breed more ape-like ridiculous. So the things of this all shows us that Charles Darwin evolution theory is a lie. Okay, all humans are from the same from the same creation. Okay, but with different colors. And the white man, he looks more than an ape than the black man, but people does not know it. But because he's a racist. By the way, you have to know that we are going to war. That's why I have also to show you the power of fire. Let's talk a little bit about it. If we talk about the power of fire, it is a little bit different than the power of water. The power of fire is something that can come out of your mouth. The things that comes out of your mouth can become true. And this is the power of fire. This means sometimes we used to dream certain things. Like you are sleeping, and in sleep, in your dreams, you are fighting. Okay, in your dreams you are fighting, and there in your dreams you are fighting, and you are spreading out fire against someone. People might think this is a joke or something like that, but the truth is, if you do this, it is like you're fighting against principalities. Okay, and in the power of fire, it is like a phoenix that comes from the ash. It is like the evolution. It is the theory, the Big Bang. The fire is creation. This means if someone has the power of fire in him, it is even more strong than the power of water, because fire can even live above water and it can shine above water. This is not a problem. So this means fire, if we have some people that has the power of fire, we have to work on it, because they used to say things and things come true. 3 days fasting. If you feel like, oh, I am clean now, then you used to try it. You go to the streets and you try to look at someone and you try to say some things, or you see, and if he's doing the things that you say, yeah, then this means that you also has the power to control the demons. This means the things that are inside of man. You're not controlling the man, because the man is just flesh. But inside of man, there are certain things that must be, that we're fighting against with. And the power of fire is targeting the things that is inside of man. And it is also the power of creation. Without fire, there is no creation. Okay? This means one day, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day, the Most High will give us the strength, and we can take animals, we can take everything from nothing and make it to become truth. Because I have not prepared now the Bible verses here, I should show you all the Bible verses. This is what I call the power of Phoenix. You take from nothing, you say certain things, and you bring it back to life. This is how we will multiply many, many things. The Satanists used to do it already. Isaiah have done it with fish, with bread. You see? This is the power of fire. Okay, now, in the power of fire, because we are at war. We are at war. So now, we are at war and we was always at war. This means that, you see, we used to fight like our forefather has fought. You see, and the power of fire is very important here. You see, the things that we say, it will become true. If we go to Psalms 35, Psalms 109, we used to fight these people. In the assembly, we used to targeting them, to fight them. Like this guy right here. He's one of the most dangerous guys in this world. He's very, very dangerous. Obama. Obama is the devil. And we have to be very, very careful. So, now, like I have said, we used to fight back with prayers. And the power of fire, yeah, is not about repentance. It is about attacking people, targeting people. You know? Thank you. As we could see, the macaco, you see, the apes, does not even look like us. They does not even look like us. And if we go today and see how our people have fought the wars, you will understand one thing. This won't make it to any Western controlled mainstream curricula, and you tell me that Africa has no enemy. This means the wars that we have fought for the enemy. We have fought in Iraq, Iran. We have fought for the Americans against the Vietnam. We have fought, against, Japan. Do you know that? But what do we fight for our father, or do we fight for our enemy? And this is the problem that we have. And this hasn't started yet. And I want to show you with this movie how this has started. The complete history of Alexander the Greek, and the history how the kingdom of Yah fall, so that we become servants of Esau. When American Europeans leaves, a Russian follows. They all want that alliance. Now, after King Demetrius have given his big cheese to bait that African priest for alliance, another comes. He is King Alexander. Now, King Alexander. Now, when King Alexander had heard what promises Demetrius had sent unto Jonathan, when also it was told him on the battles and noble acts which he and his brethren had done, and of the pains that they had endured. Even today, you can easily see how last war is getting organized. With other words, today, everything what we see is an occult pact or an organization. Like what we have to know is the Ashkenazim are not fighting against the Arabs. The Arabs are not fighting against the Christians. You see? So there is no Jew, Christian, or Muslims. All of them are one, and you will see it here soon. Even today, you can easily see how the last war is getting organized. Does it ever cross your mind as to why there are incessant wars and strifes in Africa, yet Europe and the rest of world parts are at rest? Stay tuned. When an American European leaves, a Russian follows. They all want that alliances to bide for. It has always been like auction rally, recruiting African allies. The one with a big cake has to be the winner of the day. And now, here another soldier that we have to talk about. As you can see, the delusion of inclusion of European, French, Africans to feel like once of them, the law of assimilation, a gift that they want refuge. Yeah. So whereof, this is again Maccabean, whereof when Demetrius heard, he was very sorry and said, what have we done that Alexander hath prevented us in making amity with the Jews to strengthen himself? I also will write into them words of encouragement and promise them dignities and gifts that I may have their aid. So this means our people, they used to go to strange people, and in this case it was Alexander the Greek. Maybe some people does not know who Alexander the Greek was. Alexander now, this used to be Alexander. Okay, the people were a little bit black, darker like this. Okay, this goes more to the, to the truth. This is the time of Alexander. The people used to look like this, and we are coming now to this truth, because we have to know when all these things have started. Now, let me try to show you another photo. Here it is. So this is all of this is in the scriptures. This means if you go to the Apocrypha, the first books that you will find in the Maccabees, first of the Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1 to 7, etc., you will find the name of Alexander, the son of Philip. This means also the scriptures talks about Alexander the Greek. So Alexander the Greek has something to do with us. And here's the story about how Alexander the Greek used to use our people to fight. In those days arose Matthias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the son of Yorib from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Modin. And he had 5 sons, Jonan called Cadiz, Simeon called Tazi, Judas, who was called Maccabeus, like Mira Maccaba, Eliezer called Avron, and Jonathan, whose surname was Aphos. And when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem, he said, Who is Wherefore was I born to see the misery of my people and of the holy city, and to dwell there when it was delivered into the hands of the enemy, and the sanctuary into the hands of stranger. So with other words, the son was born and he was like, why should I live in slavery? You see? What's going on here? Now look. The rise of the Western Empire and downfall of all kingdoms, including the land of Tatanzambi. And it happened after that Alexander, the son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of Persia and Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greek, and made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth, and went through the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him. Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up, and he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations, and kings who become tributaries into him. And after these things he fell sick, and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them, while he was yet alive. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. Now, and his servants bare rule everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. And there came out of them a wicked Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus, the king who had been a hostage at Rome. And he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdoms of the Greeks. Now, you will see the history in another perspective. You will understand here in this movie, I know it's a little bit complicated because we are really going back to history, but here you will see who ruled us. Who ruled us and why this movie is called A Rise of the Children of Tatanzambi. Now when Judas and his brethren saw the miseries were multiplied, and the forces did encamp themselves in their borders, for they knew how the king had given commandment to destroy the people and utterly abolish them, and sent letters unto Judas and his brethren and heathen that are around about us, are assembled together against us today to destroy us. So it's about black power here. Now watch this. I have prepared it very, very well. In the time of Alexander, also in the time of Rome's 300, the movie of 300, or how calls this man? Spartacus. They were black people. Some of them was black. Do you know that? So we want to have a better understanding of the battleground, because history is history, and that's why they took it out of the scripture, so that no one should know about these things. What happened? Before we come to him, this is what happened. Here's a good example on how the white man never loves to endorse his mischief, etc. He say, the same way American Indians lost their entire land, almost as big as Africa. So were African bound to lose theirs? If Nzambi wasn't there for their rebellious people, Isaiah 103, etc., nothing would have been left standing. So this means that Nzambi was there. If not, we would not be there. First, the deceptions came using a socio-engineering apparatus, Willie lynching, giving them the Darwin baptism of eugenics, racial profiling, somewhere categorized as close related to the superior race, just as they tried to trick some people, Caucasians, will duping the rest as the outcast to be trampled under. Now, you've heard that if you want to hide something from a Negro, you better put it in a book. That was back in the time. These days, you better insert in a aphrodisiac and erotic movie just after they get high. Now, the message that follows, they won't pick it even if you plan their sudden death. Now, at least the sons of the devil made their plan prosper to the Holy Land and to the holy people of the Bantus. They asked him, how come we have never learned these things you're telling us in schools, in churches, in meetings, in workshops, etc.? Well, the princes of this world have blinded many. So, what happened? The ruling mankind of his age has blinded the minds of unbelievers so that they cannot see the light of the gospel of the glory of the Son, who is the image of that Nzambi. Now watch. We're going back to this one. Cornelius was a black Hebrew Gentile man. Here is the account of how Negro soldiers became grafted in Greco-Roman army government like King James, England, for the King James Version Bible. King Demetrius, on his second offer bid, will further that there be enrolled among the king forces about 30,000 men of the Jews. So, you have here some African soldiers, right? And to whom pay shall be given as belongs to all king forces. And of them some shall be placed in the king's strongholds, of whom also some shall be set over the affairs of the kingdom, which are of trust, and I will that their overseers and governors be of themselves. How King James family line got to power in England as a black family, the birth of King James Version Bible, and that they live after their own laws. This is how Europeans were introduced to African culture, customs, rituals, maps, hidden treasures, animal wildlife, lions, etc. Even as the king had commanded in the land of Judea. Hallelujah. That's why the Maccabees are very, very important. They are not easy to understand, but this shows us historical how white people used to use us for their interests. And we will go a little bit deeper into it before we will come to the revelation, how the Most High will give us power to conquer them. Everything is here. Some simple-minded people like mine may rebukingly say, how dare you such a thing, for still many of them don't know yet for sure who the holy people are. They still hold that Caucasian image in their forehead. Minds, let them use sharp sword of the mouth. like Mara or like fire or a hammer, because this is the word. The word that we're talking about is like fire or a hammer. That's why it hurts many. Did you know why Tatanzambe asked Hosea to marry a prostitute and let her bear him for children? Do you know what the prostitute and the 4 children symbolize? Here comes the war. First, caution. Notice that these Hebrew Gentiles were also referenced by the Apostle Shaul in his letters. Now watch. Because many people ask, how can it be that these people had Greek names? That these people were mixed with the Romans? That these people... Here's the answer. The beginning of the word of Tatanzambe by Hosea. And Tatanzambe said to Hosea, go take unto thee a wife whoredoms, and children of whoredoms. For the land has committed great whoredom, departing from Tatanzambe. Now let's only consider the symbolism of the 2 children. Here comes the root of Cornelius, or the Hebrew Gentiles, or the Gentiles who were under the Paula. Now, Hosea 1:6. And she conceived again, and bare a daughter. And Yah said unto him, call her the name Lo-ruhamah, for I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel. So this was the northern kingdom, right? But I will utterly take them away. So Ephraim receiving a certificate of divorce. Now, when she had weaned Lo-ruhamah, she conceived and bare a son. Then said Tatanzambe, call his name Lo-ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. This shall also be regrafted, not other nation, according to Paul or the apostle. As he said also in Hosea, I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not beloved. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living God. Notice that the OT is summarized, fulfilled by the New Testament. Yeah, so Old Testament, New Testament of the Bible. These divisions, mind you, are made up by Rome Esau and are not part of the original Bible. So this means there are some divisions made in the scriptures. They put it inside there to divide. It is like you will not understand who is the Gentile and who is the children of Israel, because it is like the children of Israel are the Gentiles. Now here is another part that was left, coded remnant in the land, but most of them also followed their sister Ephraim in Ashur or Maghreb into the Babylonian captivity. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and I will save them by Tatanzambe their God, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. Again, but I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and I will save them by the Tatanzambe their God, and I will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, by horsemen. This is the portion that the Messiah found in the land when came back. Notice that it is the house of Dawidi, composed of mainly three tribes: Levi, Benjamin, and Judah. Again, now go to those pastors calling themselves Jewish and ask them to show these 3 distinct tribes, if they can. Now, let us go now to the Revelations. Here it is. Yes. And I will set a sign among them. I will send those that escape of them unto the nations to Tarsus, Pul and Lud, that drew bow to Tubal and Javan, to the isles afar off, that have not heard my fame, have seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles. So if you read your Rwanda, this is my friend that he wrote his Rwanda over there. He loves to do that. So it's Bantu. Your houses will I give to a people that shall come, which not having heard of me, yet shall believe me, to whom I shewed no signs, yet they shall do that I have commanded them. I revealed myself to those who did not ask me. I found by those who did not seek me. To a nation that did not call on my name, I said, Here I am, here I am. Lift up thy hands against the strange nations, and let them see thy power. He said to me, You are my servant Israel, in whom I will display my splendor. He has revealed his word to Jacob, his laws decrees to Israel. He has done this for no other nation. They do not know his laws. So, the secret things belongs to Tatanzambi, your power, but those things which are revealed belong into us and to our children forever. We may do all the words of this law. Another one, he had found out all the ways of knowledge, and had given it into Jacob his servant, and to Israel his beloved. O Israel, happy are we for things that are pleasing that Tatanzambi make known to us. With other words, Tatanzambi is about to restore the knowledge of the children of Israel in the land of captive. As it was before, as it will be again. You see? It was a war between the war of land. Alexander was using our people. He was trying to fight them, and some of the sons of our people woke up. They say, how can that be? And they're starting to fight against these strangers. You see? You see? And yes, we have to be careful if some of us are trying to fight for the strangers, because the strangers are used to use us again to fight each other. How he was using the people in Congo. You see, he used some Congolese armies to fight the people. And later they started telling us that we sold ourselves. You see? And he said that he will rise up and give us our knowledge back. This means that Tatanzambi is about to giving us power and knowledge. And this is that what they are scaring, why they are scared of. Now, on that day, I will make angry with them and forsake them. I will hide my face from them, and they will be destroyed. many disasters and difficulties will come upon them. And on that day will ask, have not these disasters come upon us because our Father is not with us? This happened to us, right? In the fight with the Babylonians, they will be filled with the dead bodies of the men I will slay in my anger and wrath. I will hide my face from the cities because of all its wickedness. This is that what is called come out of Babylon, come out of Babylon. The fault of the so-called monkeys or apes against the so-called white man, the privileged nation, has to start. But what will happen then? But very soon, I will no longer hide my face from them, for I will pour out my spirit on the house of Israel, declares the sovereign Tatanzambi. So, the power of the ancestors, the power of the Maleki will come, and a real war will come. Now watch this. And it came to pass, when the 40 days were filled, that the highest spake, saying the first, that thou hast written published openly, that the worthy and the unworthy may read it. So then Tatanzambi will open a new book for us. We will receive a new covenant, a new law, new everything new. And what will happen then? But unto the wicked, Tatanzambi said, what hast thou to do, declares my statutes, or that thou shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth? But some in the wolf in sheep garment, for such as false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ, and no marvel of Satan himself is transformed into the angel of light. So this means the Tatanzambi will establish his kingdom. He will give us a new book, and it's about to receive in the new wisdom. And I can tell you, end of 2019, the Satan has nothing but only the belt. This means he only has his kingdoms, but no wisdom, no more. Without wisdom, you can't do anything. What is wisdom? Wisdom is the key to understand the things that Isaiah has hidden from us. They have asked him, what will happen before you come? And he say that you will go to slavery and all these things, but he also talked about wisdom. It means like he said to Daniel, hide the things that is inside this book, and if the time comes, reveal it to them. It's about to know, it's about to know what normally should be hidden. To know more about the world that is, to know about a little bit more about the world that is in the another world, about the other dimensions. To have, we call it the third eye. You see, to see things that others can't see, to understand the spiritual world. This is what was completely hidden from us. Because in all that time, the white people should work with Alexander, with Caesar, with Napoleon. You had Hitler. They used to use different kinds of technologies and spiritual weapons. And we did not understand that they are fighting us spiritually. And now the Tatanzambi want to give it to us back. And that's why it is very, very important, let me show you again, to come to the Congo truth. You see? And because we are the one that's where the project has started, from the US CIA to Willie Lynch, Bantu scattered in Zaire. You see? This is where we come from, Congo. And for them, it is like, no, we do not want these people to become in power. But whites will fight for us. The whole nations will fight for us because, we are not the apes here. The monkeys, the apes are. They are the monkeys, but not. We are not the monkeys here. And the people will know, and they are fighting the king. They are very, very scared because they know the king is about to come. Now, also, they have tried many, many years, to treat us like guinea pigs, like with vaccines to finish us off, to reduce our birth rate, etc. But the Tanzambis say in Psalms 110, you will multiply yourself. My soldier will be young. Psalms 110 tells us very, very clear how the Most High will fight the nations. You see? So, again, all the works of Tanzambi are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season. Should we add when they are reinforced by vaccines? I say nay. For we that receive the law perish by sin, and our heart also wish receive it. By other words is, do not receive the vaccine. If it be a son, then you shall kill him. This is what they have. This is what they wanted to do, because they are very, very scared. I never wanted to tell you, but the Messiah is coming. You see, and people will understand that we do not have to wait someone coming from the sky. The nations know already. The time Messiah came to the scene, they have asked him, which spirit is in you? Elijah? Massa? They have started to asking him. This is how they ask a real prophet. People used to always to ask me, why do you call yourself a prophet? I did not call myself a prophet. He used to pray, then he will say that the Ruach will tell him, this is my son. The prophet is only, I do myself down. I am the son of man. The son of man is the real names of the prophets. You see? So, people do not understand our work. They do not understand that we came just to fight, just to help the other Malekis also to pass this bad life that the Most High gave us, that we have to pass through. And I will make a special movie about the death to explain a little bit more about where we go, who we are, and about reincarnation. Okay? Because people does not understand. So their problem was with Massa, he should normally not to be rebellious against the Pharaoh. Because the Pharaoh, he knew he wanted to kill all the Jewish sons. They have started with Ebola, HIV, cancer. They come with every sickness against us. Because they know it can be that Yesaiah's spirit can be born again, like it was in Simon Toko or Kimbangu and all the other prophets, the sons of men. They know, they are so scared. Because it was always like this. Alexander was one man. Hitler was one man. Napoleon was one man. Nebuchadnezzar was one man. So one man, it needs only one man to destroy a kingdom. Okay? And they know it. And they know the spirits come back. Some of the spirits are in the Zwischenwelt. It's like they are in the world between two worlds. They stick there. You can read it in the book of Judas. You will see this there. It's written. Some of them, they can't come in. But some of the spirit, this is what they always try. They like spirit of Lilith and all this, they try to to take them back. And some of the children that we have, they already have the gifts of one of our ancestors. And the scriptures does not really explain it well. But it does. And I will show it to you. You see? And this is what the white people know. He knows. That's why he wanted to finish all Jews. He wanted to finish all of us up. But he could not because the Most High was with us. He couldn't do it like he did with the Indians. The real so-called Americans. You know. How can it be that they always tell us who we are? Like Negro Americans, Negro Germans, Negro Russians, Negro Chinese, you know, Negro Brazilians, because they know these people, we have to identify them differently. America doesn't belong to these white people, but they call themselves American. We can call ourselves American as well because we own this. We fought all wars. What kind of war did America fought without us? You see, it's crazy. They are so scared, not about, it's not about our music. It's not about our fashion. It's not about our, it's about our spirit. They are so scared because they know. It is here, Exodus 1:16. If it be a son, then ye shall kill him. Every son, every newborn son should be killed in the time of Isaiah. In the time of Simon Toko, they killed every newborn son. You see? And in this time they cannot do it. So they come with vaccines. They come to kill our George Floyd. They kill our mans. Go to the Middle East and look how many mans this women's have there. You will see every one of them is a widow. Widows over widows. They kill the mans. They know the women can't do anything. And after seeing this Herodians and Antipas that came after Alexander the Gay, and what happens then? Our people that were they started to mix up. And what is if we mix up? The most of us becomes against us. Antipas, Herodians. Who comes after Alexander the Gay? Herod, the mixed king. You can see it here. Wait, it's here. I have a historical page, Real History VV. Then you will see. This is how they used to look like. You see? This is how they used to look like. Greek vessel, youth licking, all this people, this is how they used to look like. These people are Nilotics, these people are Hamites. Do you know that? Some of them Japheth. Okay? Just to tell you that this fight is not the easy fight. Oh, may Tatanzambi help us, really. A cure for Ebola was only made the minute two Edomites called it. This is what they used to tell us. Okay. I'm waiting for your questions. If you have some questions, go ahead. It's all about this one here. If you see all of this, is happening, you have to know it's because these people are united and these people are fighting the kingdom of Dawidi. The kingdom of Dawidi is a kingdom that will rule all over the world, because the Ruach of Tatanzambi will swim like you over the water. I told you about the fire spirit. And they can't. It is like you say something and they die. And now watch. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou hast nothing, he will forsake thee. This is also the Zirach, Ecclesiasticus 13:4. This means if a Lil Wayne starting to call, or what's this name from this guy? He beat someone up here in Germany or in Munich. What was the name from this rapper? Or in Switzerland or something. And then they put him to jail. You see? And Donald Trump used to call people here in Europe to let this guy free. I forget his name. Kendrick Lamar. No, not Kendrick. The other guy. Okay. So, but if you are nobody, yeah, and nobody means if you are from Yah's chosen people, you can call 911. No one used to come to help you. Go now to Brazil and look how many people died in Brazil. It's a judgment. It's going on here. What happened? Genocide. Nah, not yet. Everything must be prepared. We will use you, Muslim. And all this time we have written A$AP Rocky. Thank you. It was him. And all this time of war, the Muslims, they try to show off that they are strong. But if you see the truth, how the Christians, starting from Alexander, the Romans, etc., Napoleon, where was the Muslims there? They fought a little bit for Israel. They beat them up. Normally, the Christians, the popes, should finish them off. But why the Muslims are there still today? And why the Muslims hate Saudi Arabia so much? Because Saudi Arabia, America, the Middle East, the Pope, and some of these African leaders, they are all the same. Satan is not fighting against Satan. No. So, they're planning a genocide, and this is where we are into. And this is part 1 to show us the coronavirus. Killing people, innocent people. Because they are scared. We are in the house of captive, and they say, these people are becoming so much. If it is not the black, it is the Chinese. If it is not the Chinese, it will be some Indians. If it's not the Indians, it will be some South Americans. So they are scared. Kill them all. War. We were going to make war everywhere. But they will not understand. And if he does good, he does it unwillingly. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness. So you have here famine, hunger, poverty, disease, drought, all right abuse, civil war, world war. So he's well prepared. Well prepared. Here, that man. Genocides are occurring in Dakar. One person can make a difference. That person better get started. This is how the Europeans say. He's sitting there, he's rich. This could be this police officer that killed George Floyd, you know. You think what will happen to him? There's no judgment. They will put him in the jail, and after 1 year, 2 years, he will come out. And in this jail, he had his television and everything was fine because he is an officer or he's someone else. So, no judgment, no peace for the black people. Why? It's because of the pact. If thou be for his profit, like France has won the World Cup, everyone becomes a French. Oh, our French, they have played for us. But if France does not win the World Cup, it is like these black people in France, man, they smell. They are destroying France. You see, this is how the white man works. And what do he say? If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear, and will not be sorry for it. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee, and smile upon thee, and put thee in hope. He will speak their fear, and say, what wantest thou? It is the same thing how Isaiah Satan was taking Isaiah to the mountains to tell him, what do you want? You see? And this is the problem here. So, the Most High is really, really about to dividing us. Again, in the house of Pharaoh as captives, he said, go out of Babylon, go out of the house of the Pharaoh, go out, come out of America, come out of Germany, come out of these areas. You see? And for that he sent a lot of signs, war. And this is that what these people call the planet of the apes. So the rich man has done wrong, and yet he treated with all the poor is wronged, and he must entreat also. With other words, if you have something, you are someone. If you have nothing, you are nothing. And because you are black, even if you are someone, you are just a puppet. And many in our, you see, today you will see many people are going to fight because of George Floyd. You see? But did it really come from our heart? Or did we need someone like this so-called stars to say, now we want peace, we want judgment? You see? So we only depend on stars, on so-called stars, or other people that are higher than us. We just hear what they say. You see? Here the brother said, even in the time of Babel, he divided everyone. Yes! And this is the problem. That's why we have to hear and to understand his voice, and to be elevated in the Ruach. And that's why I like this Congo and Bantu awakening. The Bantu awakening also has a lot of trees. Moreover, our eyes failed looking in vain for help from our towers. We watched for a nation that could not save us. You see? Thank you for calling the Western world. All of our associates are busy right now, assisting other callers. But please stay on the line and your call will be answered in the order it was received. Thank you for your patience and have a lovely day. You see? So, our help won't come from the nations. It is them that we are fighting. That we are fighting to. So now, thank you very much for listening. I think this used to be a lesson, because next time we're gonna talk about yeah, reincarnation. I think this will be very, very powerful. Now, is there something? Ace of Rocky, yes. Yes, yes. That what is really, really good is that the black people, because of this coronavirus now, they have found, if I go now here to my brother Jonathan, the black people has now found a way to stick together, to work together, so that also the people from the diaspora have understood. Yeah, because I preached for many years that Israel is in Africa and all these things, and they have understood now. Where is he? Here. They have now understood who they are. Now here, if you, yes, who sent me a photo? The thing is, they are mocking him. They are mocking him because he looks like, it's like he's looking like a monkey, you know. This is what they want to say. But the truth is, this is how we look like. You see, this is how we look like. If I go now here, and I go to, you know, because this man looks like a little bit like Simeon Toko. Today I even found someone who looks like Jonathan. Yes. Wait, here. This is a sister sent me this. Wait. Sister Nicole, I guess. Wait, now. You will see it. Here. You see? This is yeah, similarities, you see, so we are the same people, you know, and they are trying to divide us, and this is very, very dangerous. Okay, not Angola, the city, you see, and this is what I mean, you know. This is the daughter of the president that used to be president. Okay, you see, yeah, she's mixed. She's a Russian, and she's Angolan as well. But she used to be the richest woman in Africa. What did she do for Angola? You see? And this is how it was in the time of Alexander the Greek. Really. Find this page here. Let me show it to you and send it to this link. It will be very interesting for you to learn a little bit more about our history. Real History VV. We are always scared about this page one day to be taken off, because here you will find all the history about black people. Now watch. We talked about the Greeks, right? So here is Kamata, then you have here Canaan, you have here the Greeks, I think this is Italy, no? Here, Greece. Just to show you that I did not take your time for fun. these are the new Grecians, right? Now, this is how, you see, they used to look like. If you go, you will find some more. They lived here, and you will see mulattoes. You see, transforms. You see, here you will find all the truth about them. Then you will find the old popes, the old, the first Christians, black people. So that's why I told you the division that the Most High want is in spirit, because they are so smart. You see, all the Spartacus, the history of the 300s and all this, they were black people. It's black history normally. You see, this is how they should paint, and even, you see, the archaeological fonts. You see, brown. He used to fight against lions. You see. So, in the time of Alexander the Greek, you had mixed races. Mixed races. And even in the time of Rome, with all these Antipasses, Antiochus, and all them that came later. Read the book of Maccabees. It's very important. And you will understand. Oh, this is the story. Oh. We stay in Congo. We stay with our Congo. They can come with our. We are all the same. No. Never ever we will fall again into this trap. This is not only a black and white. No. They hate you because they know. If they really know who you are, tack! They want to kill you. You know? Let me show you one more. Then we will break this. Maybe someone has another question here. Let me give you the page. Let me give you the page. This link. Here you will find all the different black tunes, like how white people become white, etc. and etc. And you will see that the scriptures is very, very clear. The Grecians, they went even into Congo. The Grecians, like the Romans as well. But no one used to tell you these kinds of stories, you see. No one. So, because the kingdom of Jerusalem or Israel was not only there's two Israel, but it was not only this piece of, of Middle East, This is the problem here. So, we have to be very careful. We have learned here that one thing we have really learned, that the Most High is about to give us a new book. New laws. New what? Laws. Crazy. Does this man looks like a black, like a complete Caucasian? Look at his nose and look at his hairs. See? Black hues, Greece, 100 BC. Black hues, Greece, 400 BC. The Bible is a dangerous book. So they used to using us for years to fight for them. For years. We have fought for them like crazy. But even if you see we are all black, you do not have to be one of them. You do not have to be one of them. And this is the separation here. This is the problem. And the thing what they will do now is to put us all together, and then they will say, we are all one, we are all the same. We are all one, we are all the same. One world religion, no color, everyone is the same. Everyone is the same in spirit. Everyone should be equal. And then the Sharia will come. They will lift up Islam, and many will die. Thank you very much for listening.